Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q. Today we begin to break down Attraction 41 questions. Today is question number 41. These can be found via podcast and video at YouTube channel Holistic Healing Community by Susie Q. Do subscribe to follow this complimentary offering of how to tune into attracting your desired goal, intent, or juicy groovy new vibe. Today's final question, number 41, is: do you believe in a life of infinite possibilities? Do you believe in a life of infinite possibilities? Do you believe in a life of infinite possibilities? That feels juicy. Going to an affirmation: I believe in a life of infinite possibilities. I am living a life of infinite possibilities. I am enlivened by infinite possibilities. Okay, so 41 days of questions is complete after this one is posted and put out into the universe. I want to thank anybody that's listened to these videos and podcasts through this process. It's beautiful to have a shared reality with others. When one person sets an intention or proclaims it is so, it's beautiful to have others that affirm and hold space, a sacred space for others as they are moving into a different process of being by simply being aware and enlivened and awakened that what we think, say, do, or put into the world, it comes to be. Now, this has really proven to be a very informative process for me, as during those 41 days, a lot of things have changed for me personally. And it has been an amazing experience to write these questions, to set this intention, and to look at it every day, look at one question, and be open to receiving the words to speak into a podcast or the flavor and personality on a video, which is totally different than the podcast. Anyway, I really appreciate for you believing in this process and knowing that you too are in your own beautiful kind of free zone of infinite possibility. Each one of us has the potential to lay other things down, the limited thought beliefs, the early programming, conditioning, vows from other timelines, just setting things down and releasing and letting go, to free yourself up, to know that the truth of who you are is in this infinite possibility zone. Beautiful frequency, beautiful vibe. This is the truth of who you are. When you say, I am sovereign, I am sovereign, I am sovereign. This is stating that it is so, that there is no one or nothing or no thing that is affecting you, that is going into your state of being and perhaps suggesting, manipulating, or doing anything that counter is intuitive to the truth of who you are. When you say, I am sovereign, it means you are standing tall in your truth of you on soul level. This is who you are. Who you are. From my point of view and my point of reference, I see each soul that comes into a body, that chooses the beautiful body that you chose, the beautiful body that I chose. I honor each one. No matter the story, the narrative, whatever experience the other person is in, I still hold a container of space and a beautiful space of loving kindness for that soul, even if the soul or the personality that is the vehicle for the soul, even if that person is struggling or is in a state of whatever that may not be exactly in alignment with me, I always hold a container, a space of possibility, of infinite possibilities for every soul, every person that is here now. And when I say here now, it means every timeline, past life, future life, everything, I see it as being here now. This experience has been incredibly eye-opening for me and heart-opening for me. And there's just so many things that have risen up from this. And the main thing is this act of loving compassion. Compassion for beginning with yourself, beginning with your body, this loving compassion. So when we move into more of this loving state, this frequency, this vibe, the infinite possibilities have this like a beacon. It's like that love shines. It emanates. It attracts. It's a magnet. When we emanate and shine our beautiful light of love and compassion and kindness, it's almost like a beacon. It's like infinite possibilities. Come here. Welcome here. Welcome here, infinite possibilities with this loving kindness. When we look at our own bodies, and we look in the mirror and we say, I love you, for that person in the mirror, that reflection in the mirror, no matter, if you've changed, when you were 1, you looked this way, and then you're 5, you're this way. We don't judge a 1-year-old to a 5-year-old. No. We love the 1-year-old. We love the 5-year-old child. We love the 13-year-old child. It goes on up and up and up. So you look in the mirror, and if you can honestly say to yourself, my God, I love you. I love you. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. And I don't agree in pointing, but if you want to, if it really is impactful to you, just say, baby, you look good. Baby, I love you. And say it to your own self. And then take a look at your body. Now, look with your mind's eye, just really internally diving deep into your own body and asking the questions, what can I do different? How can I support this beautiful body? What can I do right now to make a difference, to make this body more vital, more vitality, more healthy, more vibrant, more shimmery on the inside? I used to say it's smooth a lot. For me, working with body scans, the idea of smooth is ideal health. So looking at a smooth body on the inside, what can you do? What can you eat differently? What can you change in your diet? Can you drink more water? Everybody can drink more water. Drink more good water. Bless the water. Before you eat that meal, lay your hands over that plate and over that meal and thank anybody that was involved in preparing this meal or getting it to your plate on that moment. And also thank any animals that gave their life or any plant life that gave their life so that can sustain you and nurture you. Be thankful for every person and every being that gave and sacrificed their life for you to have sustenance and nourishment. And then also ask that this food that you're eating, that it may be the most high vibrational food, raising your vibration. We know you're high vibing. We want to suggest that you just continue to look at every meal, everything you put in your mouth, as raising your vibration higher and higher and higher. It begins with the inside. It begins with you to create infinite possibilities. It's not outside of you. It's not reading a book. It's not listening to a podcast like this. It's about you looking in the mirror and you loving yourself just the way you are. Forgiving yourself if you need to. If there's something that is a resentment, that just let it go. Everybody is a pure and innocent soul, and everybody can be forgiven. Everybody, and that includes you. So let go of any resentments. Let go of any things that need to be forgiven. Forgive it. And I'm going to say right now, for anybody in my life that I feel a slight resentment to, or anger or disappointment, I see every soul that I come to know as innocent, pure, and precious, and just a beautiful soul, and all is forgiven in this moment now. No matter what happened, all is forgiven right now. I lay it down, completely lay it down. Love yourself more. Infinite possibility begins with you. It begins with the inner landscape of who you are and how you represent in this lifetime. You chose to be here. You chose all these experiences. Now, what will you do? What will you do with this now? Looking at your relationships, this idea of loving kindness, looking at your relationships. These are your relationships with a partner, or maybe you don't have a partner or spouse. But look at these relationships. How can you show up in integrity and dignity and loving kindness and compassion and empathy and wisdom? Bringing this wisdom and intelligence into these relationships, your most intimate relationships. Honor that person. Honor them wholly and completely. It's sacred ground to be in communion with a person that is your spouse or your intimate partner. This is sacred country, sacred land. Honor that person. Go through forgiveness practices if you need to. Do things together. Have shared reality. Have fun. Be in pleasure. Be in pleasure and play. And in the prosperity model, in the idea of envisioning and creating more opportunities to live the life that is more in alignment with where you are now, perhaps at another time you were in alignment with a different kind of view or different perspective of being, but here you are right now. What would you like for the infinite possibilities to look like within your prosperity model? And prosperity is not only just money. Now, of course, it's easy to say, I need money. But money is an interesting thing. If you actually look at the bills themselves, it is holy, sacred ground. It's just a piece of paper, though, people. It's only a piece of paper. But what you can do by looking at a bill and looking at the piece of paper and the things that are written on it, I won't even get into that here now, but just noticing here it is representing a frequency that you can totally tap into. And the frequency is not that piece of paper, but it's about attracting in exactly what you desire. And it begins, of course, with your own self. Accepting your own self, loving your own self, being kind to your own self, being nurturing and loving to your own self, getting exercise, being out in nature, being good to you. Change your inner landscape, and your outer landscape, boy, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be like, wow, where am I now? It's a whole new view, baby. Whole new view. When you open up to this possibility of approaching these aspects, whether it's your physical body, whether it's the relationship, your partner relationship, your family relationship, your prosperity model, when you begin to shine more light on that from a point of view and perspective of a loving kindness and raising your frequency through the love frequency from being a high vibing, juicy creator as you are, then what you will do is you will wake up one morning when you're holding this vibration. You'll wake up and the world will look completely different to you. Doors will open. New people will enter into your life. Some will vibrate out. I always say some will vibrate in and some will vibrate out. As our frequency shifts and changes, our points of view, our perspectives, our heart space as it changes and opens in new ways, things are going to change. Change is dynamic. Welcome change. One door closes for you and it slams sometimes. Welcome the slam, because it means that is a dynamic force of energy. It's a beautiful shift energetically for you. Just be in that experience and know that as that door shuts, my God, a brand new one opens up, and there's all new colors, all new possibilities, all infinite possibilities. Be open, be alive, be aware. And if you're in a place of it's not happening now and I can't do this anymore, hang on, baby. That new door and that new view and that new point of view is waiting right now for you. Whew. Do you believe in a life of infinite possibilities? Say, I do. Do you believe in a life of possibilities? Say, I do, I do. Thank you. If you listen to these, I am so appreciative. They get juicier and juicier. Have a beautiful and blessed day.